Hello everybody. Well, this is rather an unusual video. This is basically a chance to maybe catch up and share my thoughts about the state of one aspect of what I do on this channel. Yesterday I uploaded a video that, as I uploaded it, I knew I was kind of crossing the line. And reading through comments, even though I'm not able to respond to all comments, and I'm not even able to see all comments anymore for past videos, the old videos, a lot of videos and a lot of comments come in, so but I try to catch up as best I can. I saw some comments from yesterday's video, which was called "Deserted Seaside Japanese" or "Abandoned Seaside Japanese House," and I knew that I had crossed the line, and you guys gave me confirmation that that had indeed happened. I had basically, in exploring an abandoned house, I'd crossed over a no trespassing sign to do so. And I don't have any excuse. I removed the video because after I started reading comments, because you confirmed basically what I knew I had done was wrong. And I wanted to just share with you about, I've been thinking about it, some policy changes to this channel and my other channels with regards to how I will henceforth handle abandoned properties. One of the things that I encounter a lot, and maybe it's kind of an aspect of my interest, but also the fact that I spend a lot of time off the beaten track here in Japan, as I encounter a lot of abandoned places, properties, and farms, shrines, even people, basically the oldsters who are left alone in the mountains. And it's been a challenge to try to find a way to talk about that and cover that in a respectful manner. One of the things that touched me last year was when I basically had heretofore not I've attempted to avoid trespassing using my Zoom, and I never go inside structures. And one of the things that happened with last year was when I basically had neglected to document this one old structure that has since been torn down by loggers. And I realized that that old house, a beautiful old architecture, the images of it are lost. I mean, people aren't building like that anymore, except in museums and the like. And these old homes, these old farms made of the beautiful carpentry and the materials, the raw materials from the mountains, the actual trees that are hewn in rough beams that are positioned in such a way to form the rafters above. That stuff's being lost because it's falling away. And I found other places, shrines, for example, that have fallen completely, or buildings that have completely fallen, collapsed. All I can find is the roof tiles, bits of wood here and there, and these places are gone. Again, no one captured them, and they won't be coming back. No one will build like that here as a commonplace feature of Japan. So I've been kind of torn between respecting the boundaries of private property and wanting to use my camera to capture that before it's gone. Just as 20 years ago, you could see old women walking around that wore kimono as commonplace part of their life. They're gone completely. Those women have disappeared from Japan. All that you have are the one and two rare eccentrics that you might see. I never see them, but they may exist. And the women that wear kimono out of a functional purpose, some society event or a wedding, a funeral, something like that. But women that wear it as out of manner of course, like my wife's grandmother that would make her own kimono and wear it as a matter of daily thing, they're gone. They're gone. You can't see them anymore. If you didn't get a picture of one 20 years ago when they were few and far between, you've lost that chance. Likewise with these old structures. So I have to confess that I gave into some temptation on the spur of the moment in that video. I went down that little trail. I saw the sign. I went past the barrier. I stepped over it. And I knew that I was doing wrong in so doing, but I wanted to capture what was there, whatever was there beyond. Turned out it wasn't that old a building. It was a very unique and interesting place, but it wasn't an old structure. I shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have uploaded. Shouldn't have done it in the first place. The uploading of it is incidental. So as a matter of policy, here's what I'm going to be doing. Because I think the people that I upset were the Japanese people. And I'd probably just upset anybody with a sense of propriety in terms of private property, including myself. I knew that I was doing wrong. But especially given that I'm a guest in this country. Probably I'd be a little bolder if I was in my own country. I'm in places like I used to do, riding motorcycles in New Mexico and out in Wyoming. I'd see those old farms out there, and pop off my bike and go take a picture. Um, Here in Japan, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to respect uh, private property to the insofar as I will not trespass. property that I know is still being occupied in any way. If it's property that's kind of gone back to nature, reclaimed by the woods and the like, then I will venture forward onto it. It's kind of reclaimed by nature, and I think that it's just as safe as trespassing in the woods itself, going through the woods. If you come on a property that they basically belong to the woods again, then that's the case. If there are signs that say stay out, or a rope or some sort of a cordoned off area, I certainly won't go through that. I will not enter homes. Even if the place is an abandoned home, the woods have surrounded it, I won't go inside. That's just too far for me. I will use my camera if the window's open, maybe put my camera on the outside and take a picture of what's there. But I won't go inside. I will not touch anything. I will leave only footprints, take only pictures. That's the old adage goes. I won't. If it's a cordoned off area, if there's a rope or something like that, I will take a picture of it from afar, in a respectful manner. If there are people around that are looking, that might see me doing this, I don't want to make them uncomfortable. So I'll use caution and maybe stow the camera away. And I'd rather avoid the shot than make people uncomfortable. I'll be very careful if I take people into the woods, as I rarely do anymore, but I have done in the past, and I've noticed that it can be tricky because people want to have that shutter moment. So I'll be very careful with that, and maybe tell people ahead of time if we see an abandoned place to use some forethought and consideration for the people that own it. Basically, I'm going to extend the same kind of courtesy that I extend to people. You rarely see people showing up in my videos because I don't like to make them feel uncomfortable or trespass on their privacy, likewise, from the properties that I'll see. So I'll remove the video. I won't upload videos like that. In fact, I won't trespass like that anymore. I'll use the aforementioned procedures and protocols and policies on this channel and all of my channels on a going forward basis. And my apologies to anyone, Japanese or otherwise, whose sensibilities and sense of propriety and private property I may have offended. I certainly don't want to do that or set a poor example for any children that may be watching. But that's not the only reason. Just want to be a good person, in general. So figure it out. Thanks for your feedback, letting me know when I stepped over the line, literally or figuratively. I'm going to sign off for now and upload this. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.